Welcome to video number 20. So sa video number 13, we check the drift. So ito yun yung sa manual. Nandito ako sa page 133. Ito yung result niya. Then meron tayong irregular. Kasi meron tayong 2 and more than 1.3 na ratio. Drift ratio ng above floor to that floor level more than 1.3. So that is irregular. Kasi pag nakita mo yung model, so sa model pa lang, punta ako ng third floor. Second floor. So sa third floor, okay, so ito yung geometry ng third floor and sa second floor is ganito na kalaki. So that is irregular based on center of mass drift checking. Okay. Now, sabi dito sa manual, structural irregularities are being checked for 1.3 above ratio of upper floor to lower floor drift ratio are irregular. So more than 1.3. Then, design base shear should be 100% and cannot be reduced to 90%. Okay, so kung, for example, ang building natin hanggang ground floor is maintain sa ganito lang na footprint. So basically, wala siyang irregularity na mangyayari. Then we can reduce the base shear or the dynamic base shear up to 90%. Okay, how to do that? We will scale the static base shear to dynamic base shear, knowing that we cannot reduce the base shear and should be 100%. Same from the above scaling. So same from the scaling for the drift. But now we already have base shear static X and Y are the same using TB 1.373. So ito yun yung period natin, period use. Then yung ginamit natin sa drift is that is for the fundamental period or that is the actual behavior, actual period of the structure. Then that is from the model analysis. And for the design, if the TA greater than ito yung point, ito yung CTHN. HN raised to 3/4. If TA is less than T time period of mode, then use ito yung sa model analysis. If TA is less than period of T mode, then use TA for the design. But if the time period of model analysis greater than TA, then we will use TB. But the TB is 1.3 TA. Kaya ang lalabas dito, ito as computed sa video number 18, ito, this is TA times 1.3. Ito yon. Okay, so moving on, we have weight use or seismic weight of the building, and also we have base shear. But now, for the design base shear, this is the static base shear, we will have a response spectrum, base shear, so that is dynamic base shear, that will be used for the design. Or also, we will scale the static to dynamic, and the story process uses sa design is yung dynamic lateral forces, that is response spectrum cases. So hindi siya static yung gagamitin sa load combo. Okay, so mag-scale na tayo. So for example, ito yung model, define load cases. So ibalik ko lang yung load cases, ibalik ko lang siya sa default na 9.81 or 9,810 yung initial value niya dito, kasi na-scale na to eh. So, ibalik natin to sa initial value na 9810. So for example, this is the initial value, then i-rerun lang natin ito. Kumbaga binabalik ko lang sa default para makapag-perform tayo ng scaling of static to dynamic from default. Okay, so click OK, then click OK. We will run the analysis. Okay, so tapos na yung analysis. Ngayon, i-ano ko lang siya, i-undeform ko. Then, punta ako sa define load cases. Okay. So, dito, same pa rin yun, yung 9.81. Okay. Now, we will scale the static to dynamic. Go to show tables. Then, punta ka sa story process. Results. Structure results. Story process. So, ito yan eh. Analysis, result, structure results, and story process. Okay. Story process. Click OK. Then we will wait for the table. So, i-close ko na tong dynamic Excel na to. So, ito yung kanina. Yung TA and TB. This is just 1.3 of TA. Close ko na rin ito. Now, nandito na tayo sa story process. Then, pupuntahan mo ng una, location. Right-click, bottom. Then, story, right-click, second floor. Press ko lang yung 2. Okay, then escape. Then, ito na yung mga load case and load combo. So, dead load. Sa dead load naman is, ang axial dyan, ito yon. Ito yung mga axial yan. Ito yung mga lateral. Then, torsion. Then, ito yung moment about X and moment about Y. Okay. Then, so, makikita mo, wala siyang axial itong earthquake kasi lateral yan eh. So, ito, approaches to 0 yan. Okay. Then, yung wind mo, wala din siyang axial forces. Okay, so focus tayo dito sa response spectrum. So ito yon yung SRSS. So Vx and Vy. So ito yung i-scale natin. Then ito. Then ito. Okay, sa SRSS max. Ito yun yung Vx and Vy kasi U1 and U2. Then dito sa RSX, this is U1 and this is U2. So ito, simply, kailangan nito maging the same sa static shear. Kasi this is dynamic shear at this story or at second floor bottom or ground floor. Okay, so yung static shear natin, ito, basically, itong base year na to, yung 21,009, yan yung, or that is this value, 21,000, this one, ito yung static natin, static case, ito yon. So, dapat ito is, ang tawag dito ay, i-normalize natin ito dito. So, dapat itong value na to, same siya dito, and dito is same dito. Also, ito, sa RSX, same doon. Then, ito, is same dito. Okay? So, yan yung aim natin. I-divide natin, static divide dynamic. Then, we will multiply that factor to the load case. Dynamic load case. So, gagawin ko, right click ko dito, export to Excel. Okay. So, nandito na ako sa Excel. So, let's say, dito muna tayo sa value ng BX and BY. So, scale factor ito. Scale factor. Okay, so sa BX ko equals negative. Negative sign lang ako kasi negative itong static kasi kontra lang yung niya. So, yung forces the same magnitude but the direction lang. So, from left, the other one is from right. Okay, so E8 divided by ito, 77. So, ito yun yung magiging scale factor natin dito. Then, sa U1 yon. Then, sa U2 naman is PY, this one, divided by this one. Okay. So, ito yung 100% ito. It means 100%. If we want the scale factor, for example, regular structure tayo, then ito times lang natin yan ng 0.9 kung gusto mo mag 90% na base year. Yan, ganyan lang, 0.9. Then, same sa isa. Kung if we wish to use the 90% base year, times lang natin itong 0.9. Okay? Okay, so focus tayo dito sa 100% scaling. So, equals negative VX divided by RSX max. Next, ito, basically, parehas lang. Equals BY divided by this one. So, ito lang yung times natin doon. So, the same lang yung U1 and U2. So, ang gagawin ko dito is Control C. Then, punta ako dito. I-close ko to na table. Then, define load case. Punta ako dito sa SRSS. Then, this 9,810 from default, we will multiply by the scale factor. So, Control V. Then, the next one is, balik ako sa Excel. Okay, so, balik ako sa Excel. Control C. Then, this one, multiply by scale factor for Y direction. Then, click ko lang yung tab. Then, ito na yung scale factor natin. Next, click OK. Then, dito sa RSX or RSY, kasi naka-control copy na ako Control V. Then, click OK. Then, punta ako sa RSX. Copy ko to. Control C. RSX. Modify. Then, Control V. Tab. Click. OK. Click OK. Click OK. Then, rerun the analysis. So, our aim is to normalize the static and dynamic base year or storage year. ground floor or at second floor bottom. So we will wait for the analysis to complete. Then we will go back again to tables, story process, second floor. Then we will observe and see the value. Okay, so ito na yon. Then ang gagawin ko is i-copy ko lang to. Copy. Then punta ako sa Excel. Hagipin ko hanggang sa RSY Max. Copy. Then i-replace ko lang to. Control V. Okay, so ito na yon. 0.999. 1 approaches to 1, approaches to 1. So it means na almost equal na siya. So makikita mo, ito yun 21,000. Sa VY, this is 21,000 and then this is 21,000. 21,000. So ito yung, by doing so, the static and dynamic are almost equal or 100% scaled. Okay? So close ko na ito. Don't save. So yun yung scaling natin. Then comparison of static shear to dynamic shear. Okay? So, pwede tayong pumunta sa display, story response plot. Then, dito, pwede nating display type is story shear. Then, dito is EX static. So, ito yung EX static natin. Ito yung story shear. Okay, so we EX static. Then, puntahan natin yung display ulit. Response plot. Story response plot. Then, story shear. Then, pwede natin puntahan yung SRSS. RSA, SRSS. Ito yung square root of the sum of the square. So, mapapansin mo, yung plot ng story, ng static is linear kasi ito almost linear. So, makikita mo, yung base shear nila is nandito sa 21,000 banda. Ito yung scale kilonewton. Pero dito, nandyan yung ano niya, yung graph niya ng forces. Pag pinuntahan ko yung sa dynamic, ito, pag i-compare mo siya sa static, so ito 21,000 din tayo pero sa second floor bottom or nandito banda. Nandito banda yung scaling natin. Second floor bottom, that is ground floor. Ito yon. So, makikita mo kung sa static is ganito ang graph or linear, something like that. Makikita mo sa dynamic, nandito siya. So, it means na mas correct ang story shear ng dynamic. Kaya yan yung kailangan natin gamitin sa design. Also sa static, over-design ka dito kasi yung forces mo dito is linearly lang. So ito naman sa dynamic is, this is from the stiffness of the columns and walls, the masses and the displacement consideration. Dito sa static kasi, ang consideration dito is yung masses of story and the height of the building, story height. So, dun sa formula, makikita mo dun sa autolateral load calculation, yung yung formula doon na V, nandun siya, base shear yon. Then yung F of X, something like that. So yun yung mga storage shear. Makikita mo yung formula doon, kung ano lang ang gamit niya, kung anong ginagamit niya sa formula. Kaya mas correct itong dynamic na to. Okay? So, I hope it helped. Next tutorial is vertical irregularities check.